Welcome to ForexToolShop, the #1 Forex robot reviews and ratings site on the internet.
What a backtest does is it takes a certain expert advisor, or any trading strategy for that matter, and applies it to historical data to see how it would have performed in the past. Now, this isn't the only thing that gauges a trading strategy, but it certainly gives us a good idea as to exactly what kind of a strategy we're dealing with and a rough guideline of what we can expect out of the future. And what we're looking at here is a backtest report from the Metatrader platform of a strategy called the MACD sample, which comes with the Metatrader platform, and some statistics about that trading strategy. You can see here the symbol that we tested the MACD sample on was the Euro-US dollar, and we tested on a 1-hour time frame, and there's some more parameters here that we're going to go over a little bit later. But if you scroll down, you can see the balance graph, and what this represents is the balance in the account over the testing period. So you can see over this period, this expert advisor did reasonably well, taking $10,000 and making $74 out of that. And so if you scroll down, you can see there's trade by trade performance. There's a list of every trade that the strategy made in the backtest. Now, to conduct a backtest in your Metatrader 4 platform, you first must open the platform, go to View, and click Strategy Tester. So now we have the strategy tester at the bottom of our window. Under the expert advisor column, you're going to pick the expert advisor you want to backtest. In this case, we're going to pick the MACD sample. The symbol you want to test, usually there's a multitude of symbols in here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to stick with the Euro-US dollar for our testing. You need to pick the model. Now, what the model means is basically how accurate you want your backtest. Every tick is the most accurate backtest. Now, why wouldn't you want a very accurate backtest? In other words, why would you use control points or open prices? Well, these two methods are a lot faster than every tick. They backtest a lot faster, but giving up accuracy. This is convenient if you're doing, several hundred backtests or something along those lines. But usually, if you can, you want to do every tick. And the date, the use date, you want to have that checked. And this is the date on which you're testing. So we're going to do a backtest of 2009, so January 1st, 2009 to December 31st, 2009. The period is the time frame you're testing on. What chart does your expert advisor run on? We're using an H1 chart, so we have H1 selected. Now, visual mode, you can have this checked if you want a chart to pop up and you want to see the actual chart flow with as the prices are coming in. Now, this takes a little more time for the tester to run through it when it's doing it in the visual mode, but it's very useful if you're trying to pinpoint flaws in the strategy and really trying to grasp on how your strategy trades. But for now, we're going to go ahead and leave this off, but that's definitely a feature you should consider playing with. We're going to switch this back to H1. Now, when you click Expert Properties, the first tab here is the Testing tab. The initial deposit is how much your account is going to start with when you start the strategy test, when you start the backtest. Here's the base currency. We're going to choose US dollar. Positions, you can elect to have your expert advisor either only take long positions or only take short positions. Generally, you're going to want long and short. Optimization, we're not going to worry about that for right now. We will have an optimization video up. Inputs, now these are all specific to your expert advisor. So these are all specific to MACD sample. A different expert advisor will have different inputs. But you can see here we can mess with the take profit value. We can change that to 40. We're actually just going to leave it at 50 for now. Where you can see you can mess with the lots, trailing stop, MACD open level. These are something specific to the coding of the MACD sample, so we're not 100% sure on what those are. We'd have to go into the code and look those up. So these are all good. We're going to click OK. And from here, you're ready to conduct your backtest. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to press Start. So you can see here it's gathering the data, and the backtest is complete. So here's our graph that we saw before. Here's a list of all the trades it made. In the report section, it gives us a little summary of our backtest report. Now you can see the modeling quality is pretty low. What this means is just that the backtest wasn't very accurate based on the data. It didn't have all the data it needed to give a very accurate backtest. So to fix this, We go to Tools, History Center, and we find the currency pair that we're backtesting, in this case, Euro US dollar. So in Euro US dollar, we're going to find the 1 minute, because just how the backtest works is it scales down its time frame. Even if you're doing a backtest on a 1 hour chart, it will still scale it and find the 1 minute bars and measure the ticks within 1 minute bars. So you want to make sure you download 1 minute data. And so if you already have the data downloaded, it'll say there are no new data symbols. Depending on the platform, certain platforms have more data than other platforms. A platform that has a lot of good data is Alpari, as an example. So that would be how you download your data, and if you were to do this backtest again, you'd see your modeling quality up around hopefully 90% is as high as it goes. So that is what a backtest is and how you run it in the Metatrader platform.